Hey guys, it's Samya Shantu. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day so far. If you guys didn't know, my channel is about DIYs, mini charms, art and crafts. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. Like I said in my previous video, I'll show you guys how I make mini charms using the clay we made the other day. If you guys haven't watched my previous video, then I'll have it linked below in the description box. Please do check it out. So the first mini charm is gonna be fruit tart. Oh my god, who on this planet can hate fruit tart? The second mini charm is gonna be Pingu. Pingu is my all-time favorite cartoon. Like when I was a kid, I used to wake up early every single morning just to watch Pingu episodes. And I'm still upset for banning the show just because the episodes also featured scary ice monsters. Like I don't know if that made sense, but that's the truth. The third mini charm is going to be choco chip cookies, the fourth one is going to be a cow, and the final one is going to be a mask. So without any further ado, let's get started. To make a fruit tart, I rolled a long strip of black clay. Don't roll it too thin or too thick. Then I cut the clay equally and rolled balls out of them. Then I rolled a foil paper on an earbud. This is going to be the base for blackberries and raspberries. Now I start gluing these onto the foil. Once I'm done gluing, I let it dry for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now I'm gonna make tart crust. I'm using cupcake mold, but you can use paper cups too. Then I'm gonna put some light brown clay into a cupcake mold, put some pressure and start pushing the clay towards the sides of the mold. Make sure it's equally distributed. I let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes and remove it from the mold. I remove the base from the mold. I even made raspberries and cut blackberries into half off camera. Now I'm using 1 to 2 drops of artist's picture varnish and add dust of chalk pastels. I'm using dark brown and light brown to give some detailings to the base. I love when tart base is overcooked. I love the crisp. That's why I'm trying to darken the detailings. Once I'm done detailing the base, I'm going to make my favorite part of the tart. There are 2 ways to make the filling. You can either use white glue and corn flour or gesso and paint, but I'm using Fevicol, corn flour and yellow chalk pastels. To make the filling, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of white glue in a palette and half tablespoon of corn flour. Mix it well until it starts looking like frosting. I'm going to add yellow and light brown chalk pastel dust to make it look like custard. Now I'm going to carefully pour the mixture into the tart base. Before you pour the mixture, make sure you remove the clay from the mold, because if you pour it while it's in the mold, it's going to get a little trickier to remove it. Now I'm arranging the fruits we made earlier. Once I'm done arranging, I'm going to insert my eye pin. I'll be fixing some details. I'm using artist picture varnish and chalk pastels again to make it look like a realistic powdered sugar. And that's it. We have a cute realistic fruit tart charm. Second charm is gonna be Pingu. I'm gonna first roll out a ball with black clay. I'm using black clay, but you can use any color clay for this character. As you all know, you can always get creative. And then roll out a little larger ball that is gonna be the body, and then attach the head and the body. Now I'm gonna make the front part of the penguin. Roll out white clay and flatten it using a rolling pin or a marker. I also made it kind of an oval shape. To make the eyes, what I did was I first took my dotting tool, made small indents and then stuck 2 white oval balls of clay. Pop those in and firmly stick them so that they don't come off. Now using black acrylic, I'm gonna paint their eyeballs. To make the beak, I'm using orange clay, shaped it into a triangle and stuck the beak firmly. You can also use different colors. Now I'm gonna make the feet using the same color. Roll out 2 balls, press it down and then cut 3 lines to make it look like penguin's feet. Then I stuck them together. And I took some more black clay to make the wings. I kind of shaped them into large ovals and stuck them onto the body, and I then highlighted its eyes using white acrylic paint. To turn this into a charm, I'm gonna insert my eye pin and let that sit to harden for 24 hours. To make a choco chip cookie charm, I first rolled out dark brown clay, flattened it and set it aside to harden. Then I rolled out light brown clay, flattened it to a decent circular shape. Now, with a brush tool and dotting tool, I started making some texture. Then with a dotting tool, I randomly made some indents to fix some choco chips. Now, with the help of dark brown clay, I cut them into random shapes to make it look like melted choco chips and started fixing them into the dents. And with the help of chalk pastels, I started giving it some details in the corner to make it look like it's baked. And lastly, to make it look like a charm, I inserted my eye pin and let it aside to harden. To make a cow charm, I first rolled out white clay and flattened it to an oval shape. Then, with light yellow clay, I again rolled oval shape, made the 2 sides pointing and flattened it. Then I stuck it to the bottom of the face. Then with a dotting tool, I made 2 dents to make it look like nose. I rolled out white clay, flattened it and cut them into small triangular shapes for horns and ears and stuck them. Then to make it look like a cow, I'm gonna make black spots using black clay and cut them into random shapes and started sticking one on its face and another on its ear. For eyes, I'm using black clay, rolled it into small ovals, stuck them firmly and gave it some highlights. And lastly, to make it look like a charm, I inserted my eye pin. And the final charm is face mask. To make a face mask charm, I'm gonna first roll out white clay, cut them into a rectangular shape, then roll out white clay into thin strip to make elastics. Now for the front part, I'm gonna roll out light blue clay, cut it in a rectangular shape, smaller than the previous rectangle, to make it look like a surgical mask. Then stuck them together. With the help of a knife, I made 2 very light cuts to make it look like stitches. Then attach the 2 strips in the 4 corners and blend them with a dotting tool. You can also add eyes and blush to it. And lastly, I inserted my eye pin to make it look like a charm. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Leave a comment below which was your favorite mini charm. My favorite mini charm was fruit tart. Also, always remember to flow with your creative spirit. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!